I'm going to look at a couple of things in this tutorial. We'll start by talking about the actual content we use on a page, and then we'll move on to using a tool that helps us discover information about our competitors. I've mentioned a couple of times already that there is one phrase that permeates the SEO industry to the extent that it seems to be regarded as one of the most important techniques to use. I'm talking about the phrase "content is king." What this phrase means in practical terms is the text you use throughout your site needs to be very carefully considered to read naturally, and in parallel, words and phrases chosen specifically as a result of keyword research to give your site the best chance of ranking high on search engines. Now, even when you feel you have got the best textual content on your site in terms of being informative for the general public reading it, and in terms of well-researched and implemented keywording, you can't rest on your laurels. You do need to revisit what you have textually included every month. You might not need to alter anything, but if you find your page rank position starts to slip, it's clearly the time to do something about it. Obviously, it's quite tricky to offer you advice on what you should write for your content, seeing as I don't know your line of work. So, I'd suggest looking at your competitors' sites, those who rank higher than you on search engines, and analyse their content, in combination with looking at what keywords they've employed that has somehow managed to raise their ranking higher than you. I don't say copy their text. You'll soon be discovered, but you'll get an idea of what to write appropriate to your business. And this advice leads me on to a related aspect of the "content is king" phrase. What I suggest is don't try and cram every keyword you can think of into your site's textual content. Instead, I think it's preferable to only use a few keywords, 3 or 4 at first anyway, but then use synonyms of them throughout the site and make all the content relevant to the keywords. For example, for audio recording as a keyword phrase, I feel it's worth using, but only in combination with other phrases searchers will use, such as audio mastering and voiceover techniques. You can see both terms are related to audio recording, but add another or further dimension to that service. And the extra dimension of the phrase voiceover techniques means that the content written around it will attract searchers and Google. I must say though that simply using extra dimensional phrasing on their own is not enough. You do have to write relevant and informative content.